is it to come to a party?
Liz, this is my one day off. Could I use it my way?
You spend your entire life at that hospital making people better. And then what happens? You come home and die and they go to a party.
I have my car to fix.
All right. So I scratched your car. At 8 o'clock yesterday morning, I scratched your car.
What has time got to do with it? You scratched it, that's enough.
I'll tell you what it has to do with it. I get up at 8. I don't wake up till 9. So I scratched your car when I was asleep. Do I go on at you about things that you do when you're asleep? When you have that recurring dream about catching a gigantic fish? I just lay there uncomplaining while you haul me aboard.
Did you iron the shirt?
Yes, I ironed that shirt.
Was the iron on?
Yes, the iron was on. As you'll see when you wear your silk one, because it's gone right through it. The trouble with you is you've forgotten how to be young.
Well, that's not so surprising, is it? Since it was 1,000 years ago.
Trust me to find you when your engine was giving its last final splutter.
Do I get any lunch?
Lunch is at 2 o'clock.
But you won't be here.
You've worked it out.
Are you leaving for good, or is this just a practice run?
You care? I mean, it would help if I knew what was going on in that wise owl head of yours.
If I told you I cared, would it stop you from walking out of here? Would it make the slightest difference?
Yes, it would. I'd walk out smiling. There's your ring back. Not that I ever knew what it was for, because it's not an engagement ring, and it's certainly not a wedding ring, since you've already got a wife. You're sitting on my bra. Morning.
Leo Bannister, I'm sorry, I'm not in just now. Could you please leave your name and number and I'll call you after the tone. Thank you.
I know you're there, Leo. And don't pull that face. Just pick up the phone, will you?
Hello, Alice.
Ah, Leo, listen, my electricity's gone off.
All of it?
Yes, the fridge, the cooker, the television, everything.
Well, don't you know where the fuse box is?
I know where it is, yes, but I don't know what to do with it.
Look, Alice, you really must learn to cope. We're separated, you and I.
All right. I'll eat a raw chop for lunch, I'll have a cold bath, and then I'll just sit here in the dark.
I'll come round. It's not how you planned it, is it? When you walked out on Alice, you were going to graze peacefully in a little field. It was just going to be you, wasn't it? Work, food, sleep, and that final grateful plod to the knacker's yard. But you've done it again, haven't you? You've let a woman come into your field. And there she is, young and frisky, tearing up the buttercups and eating all your grass.
Well, I knew you'd be back eventually. All I wanted him to do was come to the party with me tonight.
Oh, perhaps he doesn't like parties. I mean, he's a surgeon. He's refined. He's intelligent. And he's 50.
That has nothing to do with it.
It's got everything to do with it. Men of 50 are... well, they're halfway there, aren't they?
Halfway where?
Halfway through the race, of course. The race we're all running. So, he's limping a bit. Look, Liz, it doesn't work. The older man needs peace. He needs someone to fetch his slippers. He needs a big, comfy chair. He needs quiet devotion and a head to ruffle.
He can get all that from a Labrador.
Look, he's done it all, you see. He's been married, had kids, paid the mortgage. He's seen us laugh, seen us cry. Nothing puzzles him anymore.
I wanted him to meet my friends, see my world.
I've told you he's done it all. Taking him by the hand and showing him your world is like taking a Spaniard to Barcelona.
I love him, Shirley.
Of course you do.
He moves me. Everyone else seems colourless.
It'll pass.
What do I do in the meantime?
Come to the party.
Oh, I don't want to go to the party now.
You see, 3 months with him and you won't share your oxygen with anybody.
I feel safe with him.
Yes, well, we all feel safe with our fathers, don't we?
Oh, I wish you'd stop. You're just not thinking, are you? All you can talk about is age and condition. They do that at cattle markets. What about feelings, mine and his?
So you're entitled to your feelings and I'm entitled to my opinions, okay?
When Leo first moved into this block, you used to get up an hour early every morning so you could go down in the lift with him. You borrowed milk, you borrowed sugar, you used to go along there with a jug in your hand and your chest stampeding out of your sweater. You didn't care about age then, did you?
I've got it. Go through. Take a seat.
You shouldn't have brought the notes home.
Shut up. Been writing a report. I think it's all here. Extraordinary case sheet. This poor chap's had so much surgery, he's walking around like an empty carrier bag.
Yes, well, let's hope there's something left to remove. I've got students in.
Ah, the acne brigade. Yeah. Yes, all my best clangers were performed in front of them. Fortunately, once you've made the first incision, they tend to become horizontal and rather out of touch. I suppose that coffee's awful. Liz made it before she left. I do mean left.
Do you want me to go?
No.
Dear? Oh, dear. Is it serious?
I don't know, Matthew. When are women serious? You can be laughing and talking with them 1 minute, suddenly their mood changes and you get the fear of God in you. Like discovering you're going the wrong way up a no-entry street.
The trouble with us, my dear friend, is that we haven't time for the emotional frenzy that goes with love. I'm beginning to think that this is where our excitement lies.
I used to think that. Comfortable days they were. The odd, passionate moment just to keep my body in the picture, but the real thrill lay in my head. The ability to learn, explore, mend, and cure. I've grown soft again.
I find it all rather touching.
You do.
You're still alive, dear chap. The injection of time has not yet anaesthetized those parts of you which shall be nameless, but whose passing we all fear. In other words, you're randy. Good luck to you.
Doesn't quite describe the situation, but I know what you mean. Of course, what I should do is let her go. I mean, she'll wake up one morning, find me lying in a senile heap, and that'll be it. Prevention is better than cure, they say.
Oh, come on, me old mate. You're only 50. I've got 3 50-year-olds on my vasectomy list.
I've always told you your patients were up to no good.
Neither are my friends. It's a love story, isn't it? Complete with bloody violins. So what are you going to do?
Nothing. At our age, you do nothing.
Leo, thank you.
It's nice seeing you there. In your chair.
Yes.
All those years, all those moments.
Please, Alice, let's not talk about the moments.
Valorbe! Do you remember Valorbe? As we crossed the French border, I told you I was pregnant and you drove me to the nearest hotel in Valorbe.
Alice, you're talking about 25 years ago. Everything's changed. You, me, the world. If someone told me they were pregnant now, I'd crash the car.
Whatever happened to the song we used to sing?
It went terribly off key, that's what happened. And it's no use you painting a beautiful verbal landscape. It often rained.
You've forgotten it all, haven't you? You've forgotten everything but the rain.
Well, it wasn't exactly sunshine lying in that bed with you. The last 5 years, Alice. 5 years.
How like a man to blame bed for everything.
Bed, Alice, is where a man is safe. Bed is where he repairs the damage done by the day. Bed is passion. Bed is despair. Bed is fun. Bed is 1/3 of our lives, and there you lay with your armour-plated nightdress and a do not disturb notice on your face.
How do you know? You were never there. You were always taking somebody's gallbladder out or tying somebody's tubes.
I had my work, yes.
Had your work, you had nothing else. Every time we sat down to dinner, somebody's appendix exploded.
Oh, not again.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's being alone. I'm not right for it. I should have done something with my life. I should have known that when I saw you and the children out in the mornings. I should have known that one day you wouldn't come back.
Look, Alice, you're still an attractive woman.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means... Well, it means that men will look at you and...
Oh, how nice for me. All my troubles are over.
Well, that's always how things start, isn't it? A man looking at a woman.
No, Leo, no, that's not always how it starts. I looked at you long before you even saw me. By the time you looked at me, I'd chosen my engagement ring.
Is that really how powerful you are?
Yes, Leo, it is. In the beginning. It's the end bit we're not so good at. We become still very attractive, like a limp tulip. Not quite perfect enough to keep, not quite dead enough to throw out.
Well, it's all too complex for me. I'm just a mere man trying to get from my birth to my death without incurring the wrath of women. It's like running through a minefield. I'm sorry. It seems I'm needed at the hospital. May I use the phone?
Of course. I wonder if it'll ever happen to you.
What?
Love. Real love, I mean. The sort that comes before your work.
Who knows? Hello, Mr. Bannister here.
Mr. Bannister, you're wanted in Theatre B, fertility cancer.
Theatre B, thank you. Yeah, I'll come immediately.
Thank you.
I must go. Oh, thank you.
You remember when we chose this house? The only thing you wanted to know about it was whether it was within range of your bleeper.
Yes, yes, I remember.
In those days, your shirts were ironed.
It wasn't a serious row. Not really.
It's your life.
He didn't want me to leave.
Your bed, you must lie on it.
I'll go back tomorrow.
It's none of my business. I just keep my mouth shut.
Mum, come and sit down.
I said to David Kane, she's not here, she's gone. He's got a new Suzuki.
I'm not interested in David Kane. Underneath all that motorbike gear, he's all pale and new. There's no sign of time or effort on his face.
He's young.
And boring. Anyway, how are you? Where's Dad?
Mike Reardon called.
Is he still obsessed with nuclear war in the third world?
He's very fond of you.
I know. He wanted us to get married and move into a fallout shelter.
And Roger, the one who jogs, he called.
No future in Roger. He'll just jog off the edge of the universe one day.
Handsome lad, bright and busy eyes, like that dog we used to have.
Mum, I'm happy with Leo.
I saw Derek.
Leo touches every corner of me.
He's grown a beard.
Yes, well, it wouldn't be difficult, would it? He was the hairiest man I ever knew. Hairs on his legs, on his arms, down his back, in his ears, and up his nose. He should be up a tree.
Your father liked him.
I'll see you sometime, Mum.
Your life. What for me to say?
What's this then, sir? 4-minute warning?
I'm sorry, officer, I'm in a hurry.
Can I see your driving licence, please, sir?
Yeah. I'm a consultant at the city hospital. I'm on my way to an emergency.
Oh, OK, sir. I'll escort you through the town.
Oh, thanks. Jesus.
Liz!
Colin, are you my friend?
Is the sky blue?
Will you help me?
Is the sun yellow?
Would you put me up for the night?
Only if the trees are green.
Dear God.
All right, sir.
Oh, yes. All right, thanks.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you. So, Mr. Bannister, what does it feel like then to be God? Going into that aseptic room armed with your little spanners and chisels. Beneath the green cloth, a stomach lies waiting. Who'll get there first this term, I wonder? You or the real God? Night, sister.
Night, Mr. Bannister.
Mr. Bannister?
Mr. Bannister, they need you in the theatre again, and Mr. Borden.
I'm on my way.
Colin, what is it?
I fancy you.
What?
I fancy you.
Oh, I see.
It's not easy fancying someone.
No, it isn't.
And when an opportunity comes, a man has to take it. He has to forget about winning and losing. He has to stop being anxious about right and wrong, love and lust. If he's going to practice being a man, he
You
has
come
to...
to seduce me.
If he's going to practice being a man...
Have you?
No, stop rushing me.
Colin, I'm not rushing you, but a woman likes to know when she's about to be seduced. She has things to think about too, you know. Things like, wow, and do I really want this wonderful thing to happen?
One day, when he's too tired, you'll remember tonight.
I certainly will. Oh, it's very good.
Would you move over, please?
You mean there's more?
You don't have to ruin the whole thing for me.
Colin, now why would I do that? You're obviously a man with a mission. Otherwise, why would you be standing there with smouldering eyes and an inflatable chest? Excuse me.
Where are you going?
To comb my hair. I'm getting myself ready to be seduced.
Oh, good.
There! Where shall we begin?
Begin?
Well, we could begin here and work our way to the bed, or we could thrash our way across the floor to the bathroom. Then we could have a quick frolic in the shower and do the whole thing in reverse.
Would you stop trying to confuse me, please? I come in here full of purpose and passion. Okay, I thought. So she may not be ready for the real virile me. But provided I can get out of my pyjama bottoms without actually falling over, by morning she'll be begging to make my breakfast.
I see.
Oh, God, now I'm behaving like a woman.
That's because I'm behaving like a man. The antelope has turned to face the lion.
You think you've got it all sorted out, don't you, with your so-called equality? Well, you've gone too far. Women have gone too far. Women have taken over.
We haven't taken over, Colin. We've simply caught up.
But you've ruined the order of things. The world is full of frightened men. Frightened, impotent men.
Well, you needn't sit there looking so smug, you great stupid Dumbo.
Excuse me, do I know you?
I don't know. Do you? Do you?
I try. Did you have a nice time at the party?
I had a fantastic time. What about you?
Oh, I saved a life or two. Liz.
Catch me.
Oh, go on, you silly old sod. You've done it all before. It's all part of the game. Oh, my God.